Hello, in today's episode, we'll be exposing the top three most common myths most renters believe and why that should not stop you from buying a new home. So let's get started. Okay. The information shared today will empower you to move confidently towards your dream of home ownership. Not just hope, we'll give you some tools and some strategies to move forward. Okay. Now, just stay with me and I'll pull back the curtains and we'll expose these myths why people just give up on home ownership. All right, most renters think homeownership is out of reach, and it would take a financial miracle for them to become a homeowner. Okay, these hardworking families, they throw their money away, renting, dealing with unwanted neighbors, fighting for parking spots. Hey, I'm Kevin Milam. I'm a real estate agent here in San Antonio, Texas, and my methods may seem a bit unorthodox. Rest assured, they are commonplace, hidden in plain sight, and follow a fundamental principle. Okay. Now let's expose these top three reasons. Okay. Myth number one: I have too much debt and my credit sucks. Okay. The truth is, if you don't have significant medical bills, haven't lost your job, or been a victim of identity theft, and your credit still sucks, it's likely because you don't have control of your finances. Okay. So take back control. Okay. One of the ways to do that is to get something simple as a program called YNAB, Y-N-A-B, and it stands for I Need a Budget. You can just Google it, okay? All right, and this program will enable you to accurately forecast your income and expenses so you can masterfully manage your finances and pay off debt. You know, it helped me. I mean, it was like a godsend. And they got a 34-day trial on here. That may have changed since today, but, you know, they've got a trial period. You can check it out. And a bunch of videos, tutorials to help you understand like how this thing works. It's great. Now, I think it's the best thing since Microsoft Money. Okay. And now, talking about debt, to get a mortgage, yeah, you must need a debt threshold. Okay, and besides having decent payment history, and this is also called debt to income ratio or DTI. Okay, and a DTI is a personal finance measure that compares your debt to your overall income. All right. And now the truth is, until you know your financial situation, how can you reasonably know that you can or can't afford a new home? And I broke this down in another video, understanding debt to income ratio to simple math. Hey, I'll leave a link in the description. You guys check it out. Okay, you can also see a full breakdown of it in my book. It's called The Hidden in Plain Sight: A New Home Buyer's Guide to Keeping More Money in your pocket where it belongs. All right. Now, myth number two: down payment is too high. Okay. Hidden in plain sight around the country are thousands of down payment assistance programs, and the simple Google search will uncover them. As a matter of fact, let's go to Google, okay? Because don't take my word for it. All right. And we'll just refresh that. Okay, you got Texas. I'm in Texas. So you got Texas grants. You got down payment grants. Okay. Down payment assistance. I'm in San Antonio, FHA down payment assistance. Okay, all this here, and let's just go to page two. They just keep coming. Okay, ads, first time home buyers grants. Biden's got some down payment assistance program to get the down payment assistance. Okay, down payment assistance, the EPA. Okay, all right. So just as far as you can see. There's down payment assistance program, 100% construction funding. You see, all right. Now, there's that. Now, I am going to be doing a three-part series where I break down the top three down payment assistance programs, in my opinion, and what it takes to access these funds because they mostly go unused. Okay, all right. Now, in the number one myth, I can't afford the closing cost. Okay. And people ask me, what are my closing costs? And sometimes, when I think the majority of the time, it's if you have an agent, they're just not preparing you with enough information so that these things don't sneak up on you because they're like the thief of dreams. Yeah, say you come with the money for your down payment, and then you get to the closing table, or you get to a couple of days before you're going to close, and you get this here, we used to call it a HUD, but it's a closing disclosure, and you get get that sheet, and it tells you, oh, I need $14,000 to like close on this house, and you're like, well, I don't have $14,000, and it's like, oh man, and then your dreams go up in smoke. That really sucks, But lo and behold, hidden in plain sight, or more state and private run programs that you can qualify for. Some of them, they're easy to qualify for. Some of them, they have more restrictive requirements, but like I said, a simple Google search will cover it. All right, and let's just go over here. Closing costs. Let's refresh that. All right, same thing. Down payment, closing costs assistance. All right, let's go to page. And that's page 2. Let's go back to page 1. Closing cost assistance. Down payment, closing cost assistance for home buyers. Down payment, there are so many programs out there, like thousands, okay? And a lot of them, not only do they offer closing cost assistance, but they also offer down payment assistance as well. All right, so there's literally no excuse, unless you don't know how to use Google or don't have access to Google, to not be able to have an idea of what's out there and that's available. You have to take the time to do so, okay? But what if you could remove the biggest hurdle for home ownership on the spot and not have to worry about all these other programs you got to qualify for? You got to jump through a bunch of hoops. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't jump through those hoops if money is available to you. It's like finding money. And they got some hoops that you qualify to jump through those hoops, okay? But what if you could avoid the majority of all those hoops that you have to jump through, okay? Would that empower you? If you knew how to do it, I'm sure it would, all right? So remember this. Besides you, typically there's 3 forces at work when you're buying a home. It's particularly a new home, okay? And we have the builder, we got the lender, and if you're working with me, I'm your agent, all right? Now, there's a new home purchase principles that's been suppressed for years. And these principles quickly get all 3 parties working together to maximize your savings. We're talking about your upfront, things that are going to cost you money up front, so you can keep more money in your pocket, and especially the closing cost, okay? And you see this little graphic here. It's like everything is redacted. It says knowledge is power. It's like, yeah, knowledge is power. I'm gonna strongly disagree with that. It says, yeah, knowledge is power. I can read this here. It says knowledge is power, but all this stuff that's redacted, it's only power when you have it in the proper context. And if you're not privy to what something actually means and how to apply it, then how can you turn that into power without having that other element, okay? So, but if you knew how to apply these principles, then you would probably already be a homeowner, okay? Now, let me tell you what no one else will, okay? If you're already paying market rent, you can afford a mortgage. It's just how you're going to transition. That is the hurdle that we want to, turn that mountain into a molehill, okay? And so the invitation is, if you've been putting off your dream of home ownership because you thought it was out of reach, it says, by applying these principles that are hidden in plain sight, these financing principles, you avoid paying the mountain of cash that you would need to transition from a renter to a homeowner, okay? So the question is, are you willing to give home ownership a second look? Give it a second chance. Don't give up on your dream. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not doing this here so I can idly stand by and watch your dreams go and die on the vine. If you want to become a homeowner, then I want to provide you with, not only the courage to move forward, but a path to walk upon. Okay. Now these proper principles are outlined in my book, Hidden in Plain Sight, a new home buyer's guide to keeping more money in your pocket where it belongs. And that's coming soon. I'll add a link in the description so you can get an advanced copy if you like it. All right. And if you like my content, do all that YouTube-y stuff that everybody talks about. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Okay. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm Kevin Milam.